Hi, welcome to Pivoted. My name is Sumit, and today we are going to learn how to use Power Query to merge these two tables. Before moving ahead, let me give you a quick glance about the table that we are working on. So there are two tables. Table number one is sales details, and the other one is rep details. In the table one, we have this data of day-to-day sales by different rep, representatives or the sales executive or whatever you say. So in the first table, in this sales details, we've assigned a column called rep ID. Now please note that rep ID here, this actually refer to the rep ID here. In other words, we can say that rep ID in this table is the primary key which is assigned to each and every sales executive or representatives, and this is the region that they belong to. And the same primary key which is being used here in the other table is the foreign key. To know more about primary key and foreign key, you can click on the link shown in the corner. Now our goal here is to relate these two tables based on the representative ID and find out who all are the representative in this column and the region that they belong to in the next column. We can do the same thing using VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP, but that uses a function and there is a limitation to VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP also. To know more about the VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP, you can click on the link shown in the corner. So first, we are going to create a new sheet. So we will go ahead and click Get Data drop down from File and then from Excel Workbook. Then we will browse the file that we are going to connect it to. So first is, let's say, sales order. We'll import. This will open up the navigator dialog box. We'll select the details, and before clicking on load, because we don't want to load this in instantly, we just want to confirm if everything is okay, if all the data types and everything is okay. So we will click on transform data. This will open up the Power Query editor. For example, they have taken the source, they navigated, they promoted the header. Earlier the header was maybe column 1 or column 2, so that they have changed, or they have promoted the header to order date or whatever you have assigned in the table. And then you can notice that they have changed the type also. This is data type that they have changed. So earlier you can see the data type of this column order date is different. It is string type, but then they have changed it to date type because it is actually a date type. So they have changed it to date type. You can change if in case there is any need. So you can just skim and check if every data type and everything is okay or not. You can see that in unit cost the prices are being used as decimal data type, which is correct, but you can change it to currency. It will ask you if you want to change the current step or you want to add a new step. We will go ahead and click replace current. This is done. Now we will close and load and click close and load to. Now here in the import data dialog box, we have four different options. First is table. So if we click on table option, then it will fetch the complete table from the source and paste it here. Second is pivot table, and it will help you create the pivot table report, or you can go ahead with choosing pivot chart if in case there is a need. We will choose the create only connection. This will only create the connection, so there won't be any output, but you can still use this same data set or the same table in the in this workbook. We will talk about this add all these different options like add this data to the data model when we learn about data model or using Power Pivot. So we will go ahead and click OK. This will connect the sales details table to this particular workbook. Similarly, we will go ahead and click get data from file from Excel workbook. and we will browse on rep details, import the same. We'll check the sheet, everything is perfect. We'll click on transform data again. This will open the Power Query editor. We will check if all the data types are perfect or not. So it seems perfect. You can change the name, rep details maybe. We can again close and load 2, and we will click on create connection only and press OK. Now we have two different queries which are being connected with the workbook. Now we will start merging these two tables. So we'll go click on get data, and here you will find combined queries. There are two options here, merge and append. We'll talk about append in different video. For the time being, we will start by clicking merge. Now the important thing that we need to notice here is there are two tables that we had, and there are two drop down lists from which we are supposed to choose from. First table is sales details, the details of all the sales, and the second one is rep details. First thing that we need to do is we have to assign or relate the primary keys. So for example, the representative ID is related to this representative ID, and based on this relationship only, the table will find out who all are the representatives and what are the region that they belong to. In this option, join kind, this is a self-explanatory options that we can choose from. So first option is left outer join, which means that whatever data is there in the first or the left table, that all will come, and from the next table, the right table, the matching contents or the matching cells will come, matching rows will come. So we will click on left outer all from first and matching from second. Click on OK. This will again open up the Power Query editor. So till now we have seen Power Query editor 3 times. So you can see the source, and there are 3 different queries that they have started merging with. So let's keep it merge one only. Now please notice that after merging, there is this new column that is being added, which is called rep details. And in the cells, there is written called something called table. If you click on table, you will find the details. So for each record in rep ID or the representative ID, they have fetched a complete set of table. We don't need this. So to get rid of all these tables, we will click on this 2 arrow button. We definitely don't want all these columns, so we will just click on things which we just only want. So rep is what we need, region is what we need, and we don't want to change the header, so it will stick to the same header that is being used in the table. So we will uncheck this and click OK. It will add 2 new columns in the merge table, so rep and region. You can see that with respect to every rep ID, they have assigned the rep and the region. Now second thing that we are going to do is we will use calculated column in order to multiply the unit and unit cost and find out the total value of that. Before doing that, we can just move these two columns in a perfect position right after the rep ID, so that there is no confusion. And we will now add one new column after unit cost. So for that, we will go to add column. Here you will find custom column. Let's call it total value, and this is pretty much self-explanatory. You can just multiply two unit cost and unit. So first is units. Let's insert this, and then we will use shift and 8 to use the star button, and we will multiply with unit cost. Now you can see that syntax is error. There is no syntax error. So we'll click on OK. Now you can find this total value comes in. Now please note that for this column total value, the data type is being you chosen as string value ABC123. So we need to change this. So we'll change it to currency. Now they have added a new step for that, change type. This is done. Now we can just go to home, click close and load, and click on close and load to find perfect position where you want to. Now we will use table option because we want the complete table to merge here. So we'll click on cut table option. You can use the existing worksheet or you can create a new worksheet. Now we have existing worksheet which is blank here. So we will click on this cell, let's say B3, and click on OK. So we have successfully connected two queries from two different tables, merged them, and use calculated column to find out the value, the total value by multiplying units and unit cost. Now please note that if you go down, you will find a lot of cells are empty. For example, this rep ID 9 has no representative or region. Similarly here also there are some blank cells. Why it is? Because when you check the rep details that we had, it is only limited to 8 representatives. So for that, we'll add some new details here. Save the sheet. We will go back to our sheet and right click on the sheet and at any cell and click on refresh. After refreshing, you will find that all these cells is being filled up by the updated cells or the updated row that we have given it to. So this is the benefit of using Power Query. So whenever you update anything in the source datasets, you just need to click refresh here in the output data table and everything will get updated. That's all for today. Thank you.